the Buffalo Bills beat the New York Giants in Super Bowl XXV. Tampa Stadium in Tampa, Florida. The sun has just settled in the west. The crowd is damn their way into Tampa Stadium, 74,000 plus.
January 25th, 1991, Tampa Stadium. The final 8 seconds of Super Bowl first 25. Buffalo Bills down 20-19. But there's one more chance on the field. 47 yards, one field goal, and Scott Norwood kicks the ball. The ball soars through the air, 73,000 people hold their breath, and the ball drifts right of the goalpost, wide right. The New York Giants won, the Buffalo Bills lost, and nobody knew at that moment that this was just the beginning, because the Bills would make it to the Super Bowl the next 3 years and lose all 3. 4 years, 4 finals, 4 losses. Nothing like it had ever happened in NFL history, and it would never happen again. Don't forget to follow and turn on notifications, because this is the story of how a team rose to the top 4 times and fell 4 times. 1989. The Buffalo Bills were a mediocre team, 9-7 record, barely made the playoffs. The team had talent but no system. Jim Kelly was a good quarterback but wasn't being utilized. Thurman Thomas showed potential, but it wasn't enough, and the team couldn't win. But something was about to change. Coach Marv Levy made a decision, completely change the offensive system. Forget traditional NFL offenses, try something new, and the K-Gun offense was born. The system was simple, but revolutionary. No huddle, no wasted time. Kelly would call commands on the field, quick passes. Running backs would both run and catch passes. Opposing defenses would get tired. The K in K-Gun stood for Kelly's K, because Kelly would be the brain of the system, and if it worked, it would change the NFL forever. The 1990 season started, and the K-Gun exploded. The Bills won their first 4 games. Opponents were shocked. How are the Bills this fast? Defenses couldn't adapt. Kelly was incredible. Thurman Thomas rushed for 1,297 yards, 11 touchdowns. Caught 79 passes for 486 yards. For a running back to catch passes was very rare, but in the K-Gun it was normal. Andre Reed was dominant. 71 catches, 1,113 yards. And the team couldn't be stopped. Season ended. Bills finished 13 wins, 3 losses. Best team in the AFC, Kelly was an MVP candidate, so was Thurman. Playoffs began. Against Miami Dolphins, Bills won 34-24. Against Los Angeles Raiders, Bills won 51-3. Historic defeat. And they got their Super Bowl 10-15 ticket. For the first time in their history, the Bills were in a championship game. The city of Buffalo went crazy. Our time has come, they were saying, and the team believed. They went to Tampa, facing the New York Giants. Giants had finished 13-3. Good team. Best defense in the league. But the Bills weren't scared. We're faster, they were saying. K-Gun will destroy them. Media picked the Bills as favorites. Most exciting offense. Can't stop the Giants. And the Bills believed it. Maybe too much. Game day arrived. January 25th, 1991. Tampa Stadium packed. 73,000 people. Half Bills fans, half Giants. Game started. But not as the Bills expected. Giants coach Bill Parcells had a plan. Ball control. Hold the ball, play slow, keep the Bills' K-Gun off the field, and it worked. First quarter, Giants had the ball more. Bills only had a few drives. Kelly was getting impatient. Let us on the field, but he couldn't. Giants wouldn't let go of the ball. Second quarter, Bills woke up. Kelly threw 2 touchdown passes. Thurman ran. Bills went up 19-12. Here we go. But Giants came back. Third quarter, score tightened. Fourth quarter, Giants tied it 19-19. 2 minutes left. Bills got the ball, their own 20-yard line. Kelly knew. Last chance, deep breath, drive began. Kelly was perfect. Pass to Andre Reed, 15 yards. Pass to Thurman, 12 yards. Ran himself, 8 yards. Clock ticking. But Bills were in field goal range. With 8 seconds left, Bills were on the Giants' 30-yard line. Timeout. Marv Levy made his decision. Field goal, 47 yards. Scott Norwood's job. Norwood walked onto the field. 30 years old, 7 years with the Bills, reliable kicker. That season, he'd made 24 of 29 field goal attempts, but 47 yards was long. And throughout the season, his success beyond 45 yards was low. Only made one. But the team trusted him. You got this, Scott. And Norwood trusted himself. At least he looked like he did. He positioned the ball. Tampa Stadium silent. 73,000 people held their breath. Norwood looked back. Measured the distance. Wind blowing slightly left. Calculate this, he thought. Breath. Spread his arms. Ready. Snap came. Holder Frank Reich held it. Norwood ran. Foot hit the ball. Thunk sound. Ball rose into the air. Trajectory looked good. Distance was enough. Norwood watched. Good, he thought. But then he noticed. Direction was a bit right. No. Ball went right of the goalpost. Wide right. Referee spread his arms. No good. Giants' side exploded. Bills' side froze. Norwood dropped to his knees, covered his face, cried silently, because he realized that kick would go down in history. And he would always be remembered as the guy who went wide right. Kelly ran to him. It's not your fault, we're a team. We all lost together. But Norwood knew that kick was his kick, and he'd missed it. While Giants celebrated, Bills quietly left the field, entered the locker room. Nobody spoke. Only silence. Marv Levy walked in. Didn't know what to say. You played well today. Hold your heads high. This was just one game. More will come. But nobody believed it. When they returned to Buffalo, they were shocked. Thousands of fans at the airport, clapping, cheering. "Thank you, Bills," they shouted. Norwood was amazed. "I thought they'd boo me, but it was the opposite." Fans hugged him. "You're our hero, Scott. You brought us here. One kick doesn't define you." And Norwood cried. Because for the first time he felt it. The Buffalo family was real. But that kick would never be forgotten. Wide right became a traumatic term in Buffalo, and Norwood would live with it every day. 1991 season began. Bills wanted revenge. "We were unlucky last year, lost because of one kick. This year, we'll win." Started the season dominantly. Won their first 6 games. Kelly was tremendous. Thurman was even better. Rushed for 1,477 yards, 12 touchdowns, MVP candidate. Team was again the best in the AFC, 13 wins, 3 losses. Playoffs started, crushed Kansas City Chiefs, destroyed Denver Broncos, second time to the Super Bowl. This time, Minneapolis, Metrodome, facing Washington Redskins. Redskins finished 14-2, strong team. Quarterback Mark Rypien was good, but Bills were confident. "We're more experienced. Played in the Super Bowl last year. This year, we'll win." Before the game, Kelly addressed the team. "Last year, we lost by 1 kick. This year, nothing can stop us." Team believed. January 26th, 1992. Super Bowl first 6. Stadium packed. 63,000 people. Bills getting ready to take the field. Final preparations in the locker room. Thurman Thomas checking his equipment. Helmet, shoulder pads, gloves, everything ready. Time to take the field. Team walking through the tunnel. Fans screaming. Bills' offensive unit entered the field. First play called. But there was a problem. Thurman Thomas wasn't on the field. Coaches looking. Where's Thurman? Assistants running. In the locker room, Thurman in panic mode. His helmet was gone. Lost. "Where's my helmet?" he was shouting. Equipment manager searching. Nobody knew. Television cameras caught him. Millions watching. Thurman Thomas, MVP candidate, star running back, looking for his helmet. First play started. Bills used backup running back. No gain. A minute later, helmet found under the backup equipment bag, but damage was done. Media went crazy. "Buffalo curse has begun," headlines screamed. "Bills will lose again. Even the helmet wants out." And the game was a disaster. Redskins 37, Bills 24. Thurman didn't play well. 13 rushes, 19 yards. Terrible. Kelly threw 3 interceptions. Defense collapsed. Redskins quarterback Mark Rypien played comfortably, threw 2 touchdown passes. Bills lost their second Super Bowl. In the locker room, Thomas had his head in his hands. "The helmet thing destroyed me." Completely broke my concentration. From the first play, my head was confused. Kelly sat next to him. It's not your fault. We all played badly. But Thomas didn't believe it. Neither did the media. Thomas, forgetting his helmet, finished the Bills, they wrote. When they returned to Buffalo, fans were there again, but this time quiet. Applause, but no screaming. Question in their eyes, can you guys really win? Team had to answer that question. 2 years, 2 Super Bowls, 2 losses. And the press started using the words, Buffalo curse. The curse was becoming real. The 1992 season began. Bills' morale was low. 2 Super Bowl losses were heavy, but they won again. 11 wins, 5 losses. Made the playoffs. Wild card round, they made history. January 3rd, 1993. Snowstorm in Buffalo. Bills playing against Houston Oilers. Third quarter, they were down 35-3. 32-point deficit. Game seemed over. Fans going home. But Kelly didn't give up. Let's play football, he said. Fourth quarter started. Kelly threw a touchdown pass. Andre Reed caught it. 35-10. Kelly threw again. Don Beebe touchdown. 35-17. Oilers started panicking. Bills defense woke up. Forced a fumble. Bills got the ball. Kelly threw again. Reed touchdown. 35-24. Stadium going insane. Fans coming back. A miracle is happening. Kelly didn't rest. Drove again. Thurman Thomas ran. Touchdown. 35-31. 4-point deficit. Defense forced another fumble. Bills got the ball. Kelly threw one last time. Andre Reed in the end zone. Touchdown. Bills 38. Oilers 35. Comeback complete. Went to overtime. Bills got the ball. Kicked a field goal. Won. 41-38. Greatest comeback in NFL history. The comeback. Bills went crazy. Kelly jumped into the air. We're invincible, Thomas cried. The curse is over. Nothing can stop us now. Bills went to the Super Bowl for the 3rd time. Pasadena. Rose Bowl. Facing Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys were young, hungry, talented. Quarterback Troy Aikman. Running back Emmitt Smith. Receiver Michael Irvin. The triplets. Coach Jimmy Johnson was aggressive and confident. Bills are old, he told media. We're the future, they're the past. Bills heard, got angry. We'll show them, Kelly said. January 31st, 1993. Super Bowl 27 and disaster. Cowboys 52, Bills 17. Historic defeat, Bills' worst Super Bowl performance. Kelly threw 4 interceptions. Thurman fumbled. Defense was non-existent. Cowboys did everything. Aikman threw 4 touchdown passes. Emmitt Smith ran. Bills collapsed. In the locker room, nobody spoke. Didn't know what to say. 3 years, 3 Super Bowls, 3 losses. Kelly sitting in a corner, head in his hands. Maybe we're not good enough. Maybe we're not meant to win. Nobody argued. Everyone thinking the same thing. 1993 season began. Everyone saying the Bills are done. 3 Super Bowl losses were enough. But incredibly, Bills won again. 12 wins, 4 losses. 4th time to the Super Bowl. Atlanta, Georgia Dome. Against Dallas Cowboys again. Media was shocked. Bills are back again. Some admired it. 4 straight Super Bowls. Incredible. But most pitied them. They'll lose again. Poor guys. Team was tired. Kelly was 34. Body was broken. Knees, shoulders, ribs. Everything injured. After every game taking painkillers. Thurman was 32. Lost his speed. Andre Reed was tired. Bruce Smith fighting alone. Marv Levy knew this was the last chance. If we can't win this year, we'll never win. Let's try one more time. January 30th, 1994. Super Bowl 28. Another loss. Cowboys 30, Bills 13. 4th loss. 4 years, 4 Super Bowls, 4 losses. Unprecedented failure in NFL history. In the locker room, Kelly cried. For the first time. He'd been hiding his emotions for years, trying to maintain his tough guy image. But he couldn't take it anymore. We were the best team. 4 years we were the best. But we couldn't win. Never won. And now we'll all be remembered as losers. Thurman nodded. The curse is real. Buffalo Bills are cursed. Marv Levy wanted to say something, but the words wouldn't come. What could he say? Years later, sports psychologists analyzed the Bills. Why did they lose 4 times? They found 5 fundamental reasons. First, escalating pressure. After each Super Bowl, psychological pressure increased exponentially. First game had "we want to win" optimism. Second game had "we have to win" tension. Third game had "if we can't win, we'll be humiliated" fear. Fourth game had "we've already lost, why are we here?" hopelessness. The pressure crushed them. Second, internal ego conflicts. Kelly wanted to be the leader. Thomas also wanted to be the leader. Bruce Smith was a quiet but powerful leader. Hidden competition between these 3, especially in the Super Bowls. Who will be the hero? Divided the team. Unity was needed, but ego destroyed it. Third, the wide right trauma. Norwood's kick wasn't just a kick. It became a psychological wound that never healed. At every critical moment, players thought, what if we lose again? It became a self-fulfilling prophecy. The mental block couldn't be overcome. Fourth, bad luck and timing. Bills were unlucky. First Super Bowl lost because of 1 kick. Second, helmet scandal broke concentration. Third and fourth, faced the Cowboys dynasty. Cowboys were one of the best teams in history. Bills' timing was terrible. Fifth, aging and fatigue. Played with same roster for 4 years. By the 4th year, everyone was finished. Kelly was 34 and his body was broken. Thurman was 32 and had lost his speed. Young teams were hungrier, faster, stronger. Physical collapse was inevitable. After 1994, Bills collapsed. Kelly retired, Thurman retired, Levy retired. Bills didn't see the playoffs for 20 years, but Bills Mafia never gave up. Every year they went to the stadium, every game they cheered. In snowstorms, in ice, in freezing cold, it didn't matter. Bills Mafia was there. Because for them, the Bills weren't just a team, it was an identity. Buffalo was a small city, industrial city, working class city, and the Bills were their pride. 4 Super Bowl losses hurt, but loyalty never diminished. In 2013, Jim Kelly got cancer. Doctors said aggressive. Kelly was scared, but Bills Mafia stood behind him, raised money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, started campaigns. Kelly strong, #trended, prayed, and Kelly fought, had surgery, took chemotherapy, suffered, but didn't give up, and he won. Cancer went into remission. Kelly survived. Bills Mafia saved me, he said. They're not just fans, they're my family, and I couldn't have done it without them. This story went viral. Bills Mafia loyalty had become a symbol. Today, in 2024, Bills are strong again. Young team, talented quarterback, Josh Allen, and they're in the playoffs. Maybe this year they can win. Maybe the wide right curse can end. Maybe Bills Mafia can finally see a championship. But win or lose, one thing won't change. Bills Mafia will never give up. Because for them, the Bills aren't just a team. They're an identity, a family, and a hope. 4 losses taught them pain, but loyalty never diminished. And maybe that's the greatest victory, because a championship is won once, but loyalty lasts forever. The Buffalo Bills went to 4 Super Bowls, lost all 4, but Bills Mafia never lost. Because real victory isn't won on the field, it's won in the heart, and Bills Mafia's heart will beat for the Bills forever.